Yeah, we going up, we going crazy, going bonkers. Produced by Ziggy, Zay Ticky, believe that.
It ain't peaches, it'll deceive you, boy, believe me. What you know about a jungle made with nothing but semen. No creepy crawlers, just heathens that prey on your weakness. Smell the slightest hint of fear, and the stainless you'll eat it. Gang bangers that greet your test on their face like Weezy. Pouring milk by the ounce, walking around looking sleepy. I'm from a town, no integrity, a broken city, disrupted. I know niggas who once were real, who now turning into sucks. When it comes to murder, it's nothing. Rallos get pulled over scuffles. Bumpy road around this motherfucker, your life means nothing. It ain't peaches. Niggas walking around with no feelings, with a chip on their shoulder, saying the world don't feel us. Trying to earn them some millions so they can split with they niggas. I know cats that died broke because they lost all ambition. When it comes out to get.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Right back at it. Right back at it. Got another edition of Men of Honor. We're going abroad with this one, but definitely a hometown friend. I'm gonna let him introduce himself, and then we're gonna just go from there. What's going on, bro?
Hey, what's up with you? What's up with you, Ernest? Hey, man. As you know, I'm James Cherry, so I'm first class James Cherry, man. Currently stationed over here in Germany. Been over here for the past 3 years. Been in the military for 12, man. So thanks for having me.
For sure, bro. Thank you for for being up here, but like bigger than that, thank you for like what you're doing for this country. You know what I mean? Like,
yes, sir.
We can't go around that. You know what I mean? Like that's definitely something big that you're doing for this country. And like real fast, like a quick backstory. Like I remember telling you, bro, like it's you know what I mean, the irony of like you being in Germany and like that's where I was born at. And like I remember we had that conversation, bro, and that's just amazing. You know what I mean? How the world spins. So before we we dig into the army life and stuff like that, like a few things I want to touch on personally and like why I reached out to you, you know what I mean, wanting you part of this segment, Men of Honor, definitely somebody, of honor, somebody of high value, standards, that I always thought of in the community, but you were definitely a heck of a basketball player, man, in middle school, reg, and high school, man. So just want to kind of go over some of that, some of those days, man. Like, and you know what I mean, as you can see, I put on this North Pitt basketball jersey.
I see.
Just to give you some flashbacks or something, you know what I mean? So even though I didn't play, but still representing that whole that 2001 team, man, that you were a part of. So you know what I mean?
Indeed.
Can you take us back there, man? Like talk a little bit about them days, man.
Yeah, man. Definitely miss them, bro. I remember Coach Stiz. Well, I remember, of course, back from start, man. Rec ball, all that stuff, man. Playing ball, we had loved it. And playing basketball with, Ronnie Crandall, the late Ron Little, Andre Williams, but man, everybody, man, anybody you can think of, all of them really. We started from rec though. So for me, Little Ronnie, the late Ron Little, who else we have on our team? Basically the whole starting five besides David McCray played on the same team for rec ball from the time we was like 7 all the way up, man. So that's why we had a lot of chemistry. You know what I'm saying? We were a small team, but that's why we were locked in like we was, because we played all the way from rec ball to middle school to street ball, all the way to high school.
Right.
So we definitely had great chemistry, man.
That's what's up, bro. See, I didn't even know that, bro. That's why I'm, you know what I mean, trying to, ask some of these important questions, man. But definitely, bro, those definitely were the good old days, bro. And, like you said, bro, like you coming up with, you started playing basketball with people and you play with them through all the levels of it. So, yeah, man, definitely cool, man. Is it anything like particular that like stand out to you, like, as far as like high school, like, I remember you like being, on varsity as a freshman. Like everybody can't do that, So you kind of touch on that.
Yeah, man. I remember Ashon. They really put me up there because I was a pass first guard. You know what I mean? I like to play the position. Point guard, I feel like was my job to get the team involved first. Right. I never was playing rec ball and street ball, something totally different. I was more aggressive in those. so more of a scorer. But you know, once they from ninth grade all the way up to my senior year, man, my job I felt like was to facilitate, get my teammates involved, and that's why I asked Sean and Coach Stiggs and all those guys wanted me on the team, because of that, because of my pass first mentality. Like I said, I felt like it was my job to kind of run the team. Of course, playing with Travis, Kendrick, and Javaris, QP, and Jermaine Moore, man, playing with those guys. I mean, that made it easy for me, honestly. And they took me in, man. They took me in, welcomed me with open arms after, you know, because Kelsey was there before me. I moved up the end of my freshman year. I moved up, but I didn't play. I got on the team. They took me with them when they went to, I think we went with Burlington Cummins. No, I wasn't Burlington Cummins. I can't remember who we played my ninth grade year, who we went to play, man. But I was just there. And I watched Kelsey. I love watching Kelsey, man. Smoothest guy I know, to be honest with you, as far as in Greenville. We got a lot of good players, man, but I like this game a whole lot. But that's one of the reasons why they brought me up, because they knew that's one of the things they said. I was pass first guard. I like to get teammate. I was unselfish. And I just love getting the guys going, man, and just playing my position. So I miss it a lot.
I heard that, man. And look, man, like the more you talk about it, man, like the more I'm having flashbacks to 2000, 2001, bro. Like it really was like, bro, like the more I think about it, even like those first 2 years of high school, it was a lot of talent out there as far as basketball, bro. Like it was a lot of talent. So for you to, you know, to make it to varsity, that just go to show you, you know, the type of game that you got. I know you know, I mean, don't really want to toot your own horn, but bro, you know how you are, bro. You were raw, bro, and then you talk to John with it. You know what I mean, and back it up. So like, yeah, bro.
Hey,
I can.
That's what made the game, man.
Yeah, definitely, man.
That's what made the game fun.
Oh yeah, for sure. Bro. And then, you know, the side of town that we come from, man, like, you know, meeting you in high school, you know, and then like finding out that, you know, these guys, your cousin that I already knew, bro. And you know, I mean, that's one of the cool things about high school and the way we grew up, because it's like, you know, if I know you, it's a good chance that, you know, some of your cousins know my cousins, or some of they friends, or you know how it goes. So like that's the cool thing about high school and the way we grew up, bro. So man, I just wanted to talk about a little bit about that varsity team, man, that you own, man, because some good talent was up there, man. That team was loaded, and
we should have won, man. We should have won. QP came off the bench, man. I mean, like I thought our whole team was great.
Yeah, bro, I remember that.
Coaching staff was great. Just that one last game, bro, 2 points. You know what I'm saying? QP came off the bench, gave us, man, everything he had, boy.
That game
I remember, I think the referees, I think that game, honestly, man, looking back to it, the referees, in my opinion, I don't know, I ain't agree with a lot of the calls. You know what I'm saying?
I remember
some calls we didn't get. But
like y'all was still pushing towards the end of the game too. So like, you know what I mean? Like I remember that game real good. I went, and then I remember you know, years later, you know, once we got out of high school, I remember going back and watching it. Can't remember where I was at, bro, but I know I was in a barbershop. I think, you know what, barbershop in Bethel. That's where I was at. Shout out to them, by the way. But I was down there, and I remember watching it. You know, this probably was like, I don't know, we probably was early 20s by the time I watched it again. But yeah, you definitely right. Some of them calls were a little bogus. Definitely was for real. But so, man, like I said, bro, like outside of high school basketball, like the stuff that you do now, like that's very important. That's real big. You know what I mean? Like you know, you're doing not only for you and your family, for the whole country. Like, you know, the career that you got. So can you kind of, you know, talk about that? Like what kind of led you towards that career, or like, you know what I mean? Just like a little bit.
Yeah, for sure, man. Hey, look, so first and foremost, man, I want to get honored to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man, because I was at a bad point, just decision making in my life when I decided to go. You know what I'm saying? I remember sitting outside. We stayed on Pato's Highway towards the old Shaking Old Trailer Park out there, man. Right. At this time, I think I had my kids, man. I had just had my little girl. I already had my oldest son. Shouts out to him. Shouts out to my kids, period. But had my oldest son and my baby boy. So now I remember just sitting out there, man. Just bad decisions, man. Out there in the street. I ain't say in the streets because I wasn't like in the streets like that, but just making bad decisions, man. You know what I mean? Leaving jobs, quitting jobs, left and right, as if I ain't had kids. You know what I mean? Just priorities weren't aligned. So one day I was working, man, at this chemical plant off of I think it's off 5th Street called UNX Chemicals, man.
Right.
I just got tired of it, man. I just walked off. And one thing that kind of hit home was when I saw my cousin, Calvin McKinney. He's in the military. And I saw him leave. He came to me, he was like, hey, I'm about to go to the military. I'm looking at him like, I'm not going to the Army, man. I was looking at Bird Camp. I ain't going to the Army. But I seen what it did for him when he went there, and I seen him come back home. I seen how good it was doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at his whole perspective change, mindset change. Even the way that he articulated, the way that he spoke, all that has changed. So I could see the change in him, and I could see the growth in him. I mean, I was like, if he can do it, man, I know I can do it. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know what I mean? So that's really what kind of led me there, man. I thought about my kids. I wanted to give my kids something. I wanted to be an example, you know, and I know I needed to get my priorities straight. My priorities weren't straight. So I went there kind of, you know, to give me that smack, man. And I really wish that I would have went to 18, because I can honestly say the easiest job I had in my life, besides, you know, leaving your family and stuff like that. But definitely got a lot of tools to put into my toolkit, to kind of make sure that I educate my children, family, friends. And I think it was definitely one of the best decisions I ever made, because it's really the easiest I had in my life, man. It helped me grow into the man I am today.
I heard that, bro. And you know, you don't need to hear this from me, but I'm gonna say it anyway, bro. I'm definitely proud of you, bro. Like, and I didn't ever look at you, you know, like even before you left, like you said you need to get priorities straight, like you know what I mean? Like, I never looked at you that type of way, but you know, just to see you you know, to leave and, you know, do something that you didn't think you could do, bro, like that's something real big, bro. And yeah, I just want to put a spotlight on that, bro. That's you know, that's what this whole segment is about, bro. And you definitely touched on some things that's very important. You know, like the whole leaving, you know, not wanting to leave your family, but knowing that, you know, that this decision that you're making is going to better them. And, you know, just, you know, you also mentioned like how you know, wasn't in the streets, but, you know, where we grew up from, like, you know, you really don't have to be in it to get caught up in something. You know, like, that's just simple as that, bro. You do what you do every day and you still can get caught up in something. So being able to avoid that, and, you know, having the will to want something more, and, you know, not necessarily taking a leap of faith, but, you know, you, like you said, you seen your cousin that you haven't seen in a while, and like you seen the improvement that is doing with him, not just, you know, financially, but like you said, his whole mindset. So, and you wanting that and doing that. So yeah, bro.
And then people doing that. And I ain't like not to cut you off, like I said, and people looking at you, man. You know, some people looking at you like, you know, like don't even like, dang, that's cool. That's you. You know what I mean? Like just looking, wasn't looking like myself. You know what I mean? And like I said, man, I mean, I still play ball, still got there, played ball, man, out there smoking weed. You know what I mean? Doing all that crazy crap.
That was a shocker for me. I remember that.
Yeah, smoking weed. And like I said, with the crowd that I was hanging around wasn't a bad crowd, man. I mean, really. You know what I'm saying? It just, you know, what we were doing, we weren't progressing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Exactly. Weren't progressing at all, being stagnant. Yeah. And being cool, being stagnant. You know what I mean? I'm like, I know my parents raised me way better than that, you know. Yeah. So I'm like I said, just sitting down, and having that heart to heart with myself. You know what I'm saying? And look at myself in the mirror, like, hey, bro, tighten up. You know what I mean? And then, like I said, it got me to those people looking at me like, dang, that's cool. You know, I came back home, like after when I left for basic training, I came back home. Of course, you know what I'm saying? Basic, you know what I mean? You ain't smoking, you eating right. You know what I mean? You eating 3 times a day, but you working out after you eat every meal. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I came home. Some people looking at me like, dang, I mean, they knew it was me, but I guess I got a little bit bigger. They was like, dang, you know, you didn't basically, I didn't look that way when I left. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. So for me, I know I had to do something, not just based off appearance, you know, but simply because I know I was capable of something way better than that. You know what I mean?
Exactly, bro.
Yeah.
Definitely agree with you, bro. Real fast, something I want to touch on, bro. I'm like, even though I was born over there in Germany, like, bro, I was born in '85. I think I was on the plane on the way back to RDU by '88. You know, they ain't had nothing. That's between my mom and dad. You know, I don't remember nothing about that. So could you tell me like how is it over there? And I'm pretty sure my you know, my audience would, you know, would like to know, like, as far as like the whole living abroad.
Oh, so this is my man. So over here in Germany, this is my second overseas tour where I'm not in Afghanistan, right? So I've been to Afghanistan twice. I've been to Korea. Living over here in Germany, man, it's definitely, you know, when you live in another country and you get to see the different cultures, you know what I mean? It's definitely a humbling and good experience because you get to see how they live over here in Germany. To be precise, it's great, man. No violence. You know, I mean, I think they had like a couple small incidents that happen over here, but for the most part, man, you can let your kids go out here and play. You ain't really got to worry about it. The community is real close knit. You know, so living over here, it's been good. You know, we got to wait for been on for about 3 years. And definitely good because, like I said, the people, man, just the culture is different because they do eat a lot of like sausage and sausage and things like that. For the most part, the food is different, so we don't really like the food too much. I mean, me personally, it's called schnitzel, something like that, right? Schnitzel, something like that. So we don't really go out and eat the food too much. But they do have like a McDonald's over here. They got a Burger King. Yeah, they got this stuff over here. Man, they got KFC. No Walmart, nothing. No Walmart, no Publix, none of that. So we definitely ready to get back, you know, to the norm, man. But it's been great. You know what I'm saying? Got us we over here just experiencing the culture.
I heard that, bro. I heard that. And it's just no, it's just amazing, bro. Like, it just goes to show you like how good God is and how God works. You know, like I'm doing this Zoom interview with you, and the fact that you're abroad, and the fact that, you know, I guess I had you know, a few interviews ago, Leah, you know, the fact that, shout out to her too, and the fact that
shout out to Leah, man. Yeah.
Both of y'all are, you know, living in other countries, and both of y'all come from the same place. So, you know, I just want to, you know, shine a light on that moment. And that just goes to show people like you always got to believe in yourself, man. And nobody can't tell you what's best for you and how your life is going to be. You know, like you really can do anything. Like, and that's why I want my kids to know, your kids and everybody else watching. You know what I mean? Like, you really can do anything. Like, not just in your situation, but just, you know, with people in general that's trying to do different things and, you know, might be scared to do those things. So, but,
just because it ain't about, you know, bro, that's what we got to learn, man. You know, a lot of people are, you know, scared to fail, and it's okay to fail. You know what I mean? It's okay to not necessarily fail. It's okay to fall down. You know what I mean? The more important thing you got to do is get up. You know what I mean? And don't be scared. Take a leap of faith. You know what I'm saying? You learn from it, man. Like I say, even you, man, I appreciate you having me up here, man. I appreciate it, and I see what you're doing.
Bro, you already know, man. Like,
I see what you're doing, man.
You reached out to me, bro, and like that just let me know, bro. Like, I wasn't really looking for no confirmation, but like ain't too many, you know what I mean? It's been people that reached out to me, but like basically, bro, it was an honor when you reached out to me, bro. Because I was already in my mind. I was like, I wonder what he up. So I was like, you know what I mean? That was even before I came up with the segment that I was gonna do this. But it's definitely been you know, a good experience, this whole process, bro, because like even though I'm not necessarily trying to, you know, pick different people from high school, but when I think about what I'm trying to do and the message I'm trying to send and what I'm trying to highlight about people, I'm sorry, but it's people that I went to high school with, like them people that I seen and that I know their personal stories, you know, like of what they wanted to be or what they thought they couldn't be. So that's just how it's coming about. But you know, I definitely got other projects in the future that I'm working on. So, you know, I'm just, you know, as long as I got good support like you, you know what I mean? Like near and far, like I know I'll be all right. I know I'm gonna keep doing the right thing. So, because it definitely ain't about me. You know what I mean? I'm trying to I'm trying to highlight other people. So that's what it's all about, you know, spreading positivity. But not to get sidetracked though, bro, but I definitely appreciate you for doing this for me, man. And you know, especially, you know, via Zoom live from Germany. So yeah, that definitely means a lot to me, man. And I want, you know, you and your family, man, safe travels when y'all come back to the States, man. Thank you for everything you did over there for this country. And when you get back, the stuff that you're gonna do here, thanks in advance. Because I heard you say something about you know, you're gonna start recruiting and stuff like that. You can be working,
Mhm.
you know, towards that department of things. So yeah, that's pretty. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's pretty cool, bro. That's definitely pretty
Yes,
cool.
sir.
And
Yes,
you
sir.
be back home
I'm
at
gonna
the same
be.
time. So
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's the blessing, bro. I've been gone, like I said, about 12 years, man. Kids, like, I ain't been to make games, anything. My two daughters actually go to Bethel Elementary, man.
okay, all right,
They actually go there, yeah, man. So my daughter played soccer, she played volleyball, and she played basketball for the girls team this year. My oldest daughter.
okay. And look, I just recently learned that they got a rec center down there now.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because
Oh,
Jeremy
I
was
ain't
telling
know.
me about that. So yeah, that's
Okay.
yeah, that's and I definitely want to see what that about. So you know what I mean? Like I definitely think that's a good look for the community. And you know, the fact that you coming
Mhm.
home, like I figure that's something that, you know, me and you can be doing hand to hand since you already gonna
Oh
be
yeah.
down there involved anyway. So definitely.
Oh yeah. We'll go
But yeah,
lock in. We'll
I
go
think
lock
we're gonna
in.
wrap things up. It's definitely been a dope interview, bro. And I thank you for doing this for me, bro. And like I said, bro, that's where I got you at, bro. Men of honor, bro. That's
Mhm.
why I wanted you here and everybody
Yes,
else I
sir.
bring up here. You know,
No
involved in the
doubt.
stigma, bro. Because you're definitely doing something positive for the community and the country and the whole world. So
Yes,
just like
sir.
that. But it's been another edition of Men of Honor with the homie James Cherry, man. We're gonna sign out just like that. More to live for. Peace and blessings.
Grace and peace.
Oh yeah.
All day.